Bannock is super easy. How many ounces in a cup? Cinnamon sugar, honey butter. Wrap that thing up. Just me and my Bannock. Look at that. All right, so while the fire is just getting down to coals, I will make the dough. And in here we've got 2.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and then I've got about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use whatever oil you want, and I put it in old containers, and then they started leaking, so I had to tape them up. And then to top, I've got just some cinnamon sugar and some honey butter. If you know, you know. So Bannock is super easy. Once you just mix all your dry ingredients, and then you add your oil, and then you kind of knead that around, make it a little bit softer, and then you add your water, which you're supposed to add for this recipe 3 cups of water. It's not super particular though. You can add whatever. I did not bring a measuring cup, so we'll see how it turns out. Now I gotta unwrap this leaky oil container. All right, first container done. Just got regular olive oil in here. I don't know how much exactly this is, so I'll just put both in. Why not? Gotta unwrap the other one. Second one goes in, and just the easiest way to make it when you're out in the bush going camping, or I'm just out for a couple-hour trip here, is if you put your dry ingredients in a bag first and then add your wet ingredients, and you just mix that all around in there. If you're at home, you can just use a bowl and a spoon or whatever, but it's easy to do it in a bag. I'm gonna take a little air out of this. When you're doing this, just make sure you don't rip the bag, or you're gonna have a really big mess. I gotta add more wood to the fire. All right, so now that we've added our dry ingredients and oil, we're gonna add roughly 3 cups of water. I don't know, say on here? How many ounces in a cup? 4 ounces in a cup? That makes sense. I don't know. We'll try that. We'll see. And then you're just gonna make sure your bag is zipped up. And then we're just gonna knead this around. And then if you have flat surface, you can just knead this. Knead the dough, just like regular bread. I do not really have a flat surface, so I'm just gonna do my best to knead it in this bag. But it's getting stuck in the corners. Actually works pretty good. I'm just gonna take some air out of this. Ooh. Yeah, that smells good. I added olive oil, so it's kind of a stronger flavor than other oils, so I can definitely smell it, but hopefully it means it fries up nice and good. So now what you want to do, the way if you're copying me, is I'm gonna get a stick and I'm gonna make like little patties of Bannock dough, and I'm just gonna wrap it around the stick, and then you can just like fry it like a marshmallow over the fire. If you're at home, you can just make them out nice shapes, whatever you want, or deep fryer or frying pan, doesn't really matter. Bannock is pretty easy to cook, so I'm gonna go find a stick. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Well, this might work. This one here. How dead is this? Oh, very dead. Oh well, it's mine now. All right. I'm just gonna tidy the stick up a little. Oh no. It's windy. You guys gotta be careful. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Got all the bark off except a couple spots, but it'll be fine. So when you're getting if you're doing this over a campfire, it's good to get somewhat coals. I'm just gonna cook on this, but if you can get coals, that's really nice because then there's not as much just open flame, and you can actually just get a lot of heat out of the coals. So what I did here is I just added a bunch of like little sticks and medium-sized sticks to get the fire going, and then once that burned down a little bit, then I put some bigger stuff on, as you can see here. And so once these get going, and it's got a nice wind coming that way, so it'll get this nice and hot. But once those really catch on fire, and then they'll catch on fire, and then they'll turn black or white, as you can kind of see there, and then the flames will die down, but the heat will still be there. So even from here, on a small fire and super windy, I can feel heat. I can feel it here still. So it is a hot fire, and a lot of that is due to the wind. Just pumps it full of air. Now back to the Bannock. I'm gonna make this shorter because it's annoying to use. All right, so what we're gonna do with my ultra sticky dough. So I'm just gonna grab some dough here. So I'm just gonna kind of pull it out, stretch it out. All right, and then it should look something like this. And then from here, just get my stick, and I'm just gonna do a little one of these. Wrap that thing up. And now I'm gonna go wash my hands. That's just going there. I'll be quick. Make sure it doesn't fall in the dirt. All right, let's go cook this thing. So as you can see, we got some fairly nice coals going here. Nice cooking fire. Fire's dying down a little bit. Just put some more wood on here. All right, so we're gonna do while the Bannock's cooking, we're gonna do just a little bit quick history of where Bannock is actually from. A lot of people think that it was the First Nations who made Bannock in the first place. Actually, it was before settlers came to North America. We still had European fur traders, and it was actually the Scottish that brought over Bannock to North America. Now, as they brought it over, the First Nations had to adapt. They didn't have wheat or oats really, but they used corn, turn into flour, and then from there it's easy to make. I'm not at all surprised that it became a super well-known food for in the bush and in the Yukon especially. It is just so easy to make, and it's so delicious. It fills you up, it's warm, it's soft, it's crunchy sometimes if you are a cook like me. like to burn things a little bit. So versatile, so good for any meal. You can have it for breakfast. I'm having it for breakfast. I haven't eaten anything today. Actually had a couple Twizzlers, probably wasn't ideal. Good for breakfast, good for lunch. You can have it with like some meat, cheese maybe. You can have it for dinner. You can have it for dessert, maybe like afternoon snack. You could have it as a meal of its own. It's just the best. And it's so good. You can put so many things on it. And it's just wonderful, delicious. Oh, look at this. Look at that. We're crisping up. We are getting crispy. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Just me and my Bannock and the camera, I guess. Mainly me and my Bannock. I was actually gonna bring my fishing rod, but I only had 4 hours, so. But I know there's fish in this lake. Caught them before. I will also put the recipe link and the printout I had here. I will add that somewhere with a link or a file, something. Ooh, look at this. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I've got like the 2 sides done. We're just gonna do this by hand. Put her in manual. Oh, in my eyes. I should just go on the other side. What am I doing? Are you? So it's gonna be like that, huh? Oh yeah, crispy. All right, I think it's done. Quick taste test. Oh, it's hot. That's pretty good. Wait, let me see. Oh. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at that. That's beautiful. Where's my honey butter? Let me get my honey butter. Who touched my honey butter? I made this just by mixing butter and honey in a little container, putting it in the microwave till it's all melted, and then mixing it together, and then it just forms one solid, consistent thing. So I guess I'm just gonna dip it. That is so good. Oh man, I think this is gonna be my favorite. Yeah. Ow, that's hot. For this next one, I'm gonna do some cinnamon sugar. We'll see how it is. All right, so pretty generous amount. Got a strong hit of cinnamon sugar. But that's good. That's really good. I like that. Oh, my eyes! Smoke in your eyes is the worst. Okay, wait, without anything. We'll see what it tastes like. That's good. I like it with honey butter. So good. Wait, honey butter and cinnamon sugar. How am I gonna do this? A little pinch of this. It's good, but then you can't really taste the Bannock. I think one or the other is good. All right, this is where my hands get weight. Wonder if I stick in there. Oh yes. My eyes hurt so bad. I'm crying. I'm crying. Why am I still here? This is awful. Stupid wind. Oh, that's looking good. All right. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm full on Bannock. I still have a bit left, quite a bit left, because the recipe called for 2.5 cups of flour, and there's no way I'm eating that much. So I'm gonna finish what I got on the fire now, and then head home, and I will show you how to do it on a frying pan. And that way is arguably better. I like this, because, I mean, who doesn't love fire-cooked anything? Sorry. Fire cooked anything. And I will see you over there. That was good. Real good. Alright, so we took the rest of the dough and made it into like little patty kind of things, and just in a pan with butter. And after a while, we'll give these a flip and keep flipping until we think they're good. See you in a bit. Alright, we're gonna give these Bannocks a flip.
Oh yeah, the big chunkin' boy.
Oh yes. Wonderful. Okay, so we just added a little bit of butter on the... Ow! On the other side.
Keep that in.
It's crisping up, but now the butter's burning, so I think we're just gonna take it out. Alright, Mark, load them up.
You can tell that it's good when it still has the sizzle when you put it on the plate.
Okay.
Ah, yes, yes. Le cinnamon sugar.
Alright. Grab half. Alright, there you go. What one are you trying?
Both.
Both?
You get it wet and then you dip it in there.
Okay, got some honey butter on there. Coat it in cinnamon sugar. It's good. But I think just one or the other could be better.
This is the way. Want a bite?
I'm done. Enjoy.